friends, welcome to Kamat Astrology. So today's topic is, was there a conspiracy against PM Modi when he attended the SCO Summit between 31st August 2025 to 2nd September 2025? We'll do an astrological analysis. I will also give a brief of what exactly happened, and then we will look at the planetary combinations. So the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, had gone to Tianjin, China to attend the SCO Summit between 31st August 2025 to 2nd September 2025, and at the same time in Dhaka, a US Special Force officer, Terrance Jackson, was found dead in the Westin hotel in Dhaka. Now, what the Bangladeshi officials said is that his death was natural, though they did not conduct any post-mortem and they returned the body to the US embassy. But there were speculations in the media that there was a conspiracy to assassinate PM Modi when he attended the SCO Summit on 31st August. And this happened at the same time, that is, Jackson was found dead in the Dhaka hotel at around 6 p.m. but his death is believed to have happened much before. And although he was found dead, it is believed that he arrived many days earlier in Dhaka. Also, after the SCO summit, Putin waited for Prime Minister Modi, and Prime Minister Modi then went to his hotel in Putin's car. They almost discussed for 45 minutes in Putin's car. So why would the Prime Minister not use his own convoy but rather enter the Russian Prime Minister's car and discuss something confidential for 45 minutes before their bilateral meeting? The bilateral meeting could have also happened at the hotel. So why was it happening in a car? So there is a lot of speculation that there was an attempt to assassinate PM Modi, and the Russian intelligence and the Chinese intelligence received a tip-off and prevented this action. That is, probably the anti-UNUS forces in Bangladesh or the Indian intelligence agencies, they somehow neutralized this threat on PM Modi. Now, we really do not know whether Jackson, who was found dead, was really responsible for this assassination. We will not go into that detail because this is an astrological video. Here we will try to see what the planetary combinations say, whether there was really a conspiracy at that time to assassinate PM Modi. So let's begin. So on the screen you can see two charts. The right hand side chart is PM Modi's birth chart, and the left hand side chart is the transit chart on 31st August 2025 when PM Modi attended the SCO Summit. I have taken the time as roughly 10 a.m. in Tianjin, China. Here we will not consider the Lagna in the transit chart. Now, for any conspiracy, what do you look at in an astrological chart? You look at the Lagna, you look at the 6th house, which shows enemies, conflicts, disputes. You look at the 8th house, which shows secrets, hidden conspiracies. You also look at the 12th house, which shows loss, foreign elements, and deep hidden conspiracies. So in PM Modi's chart, the 6th house is ruled by Mars or Mangal, and the 6th house is the sign of Aries. If you see in the transit chart, Mars is placed in the sign of Virgo, which is the 11th house. 11th house is 6th from the 6th, and therefore it carries double the vibration of the 6th house. So definitely it shows that there was some conspiracy or some attempt to use weapons and assassinate the PM probably. But we cannot say this confirmed by looking at just one planet. Now let us look at the 8th house in the transit chart. The 8th house is the sign of Gemini or Mithun. In the birth chart also it is Gemini or Mithun. And this house shows secrets, conspiracies, accidents, sudden events that happen. Now where is the 8th lord Mercury? it is placed in the 10th house of Leo. You can see the orange circle there. And 8th Lord Mercury is placed with Ketu and Sun. Sun is the 10th Lord. So what this shows is during that time, the PM had gone for some important work and there was some kind of conspiracy that was hatched because the 8th Lord has come into the 10th house here. And it is with Ketu. Ketu shows suppression. So there was an attempt probably to eliminate him during a government meeting. And you can see this 8th Lord Mercury is trapped in the Rahu Ketu axis also. Rahu aspecting the Sun and Sun also being in the Rahu Ketu axis shows that there was something important going on related to government meeting, because sign of Leo represents the government, Sun represents government and people in power, and Mercury represents discussions, meetings, debates, all of that. So you can see that during this time there was some kind of meeting, some kind of debate going on for PM Modi. So here this planetary position of Mercury with Sun and Ketu in Leo shows that probably there was an attempt to assassinate him. Because Mercury is also trapped in the Rahu Ketu axis, the first Lord and the sixth Lord is placed in the 11th house. I told you 11th house, though it is the house of gains, network of friends, it is the sign of Virgo which shows disputes, and 11th house carries double the vibration of the 6th house. So in Vedic astrology, 11th house also represents chronic diseases and problems. So clearly the Lagnesh was not in a good situation. The first house Lord representing the self was not in a good situation and was in a difficult situation in this time. If you see the 12th Lord Venus, it is placed in the 9th house, which shows that the person was traveling abroad. 9th house represents destiny, gurus, foreign travel. 12th house represents distant lands. So the transit chart shows that PM Modi was traveling abroad in this time period. Now if you look at the Lagnesh in the transit chart, that is Mars, it is being aspected by Saturn, which is again a malefic. So 11th house is heavily afflicted here. 12th house Lord is in the 9th house showing foreign travel. 10th house has the 8th Lord sitting with Ketu. All this points to a clear conspiracy to cause some kind of harm to PM Modi in this time period. Now how he escaped? If you see the 8th house, it has the 5th Lord Jupiter and the 2nd Lord Jupiter in it. Now wherever Jupiter is in the 8th house, it gives longevity. And Jupiter is a blessing. So here, even though the 8th Lord is weak and with Ketu, or rather 8th Lord is afflicted and with Ketu, Jupiter's presence in the 8th house shows that the conspiracy will fail. Now when I looked at the Mahadasha also, we all know currently PM Modi is undergoing the Mahadasha. And within Mars Mahadasha, the Antardasha was of the 8th Lord, that is Mercury. The Pratyantardasha, the 12th Lord, that is Venus. And the Sukshma Dasha was of Mars, that is the 1st Lord and the 6th Lord. So you see 6, 12 clearly involved even in the Dasha pattern. And that develops out to a conspiracy. There is no doubt the same thing. The transit chart shows the same thing. And overlay the transit chart and the birth chart, you can see Ketu transiting over natal Saturn and Venus, Mercury transiting over natal Saturn and Venus, Sun transiting over natal Saturn and Venus. Now this is a very explosive combination. If you look at the birth chart, overlay the transit chart also, it gives you the same result, that while attending some government meeting, there is a conspiracy hatched to eliminate him or to cause some kind of extreme harm to the PM. So this is the astrological conclusion. Now in the media, there are reports that CIA has hatched this conspiracy. I really don't know, and therefore I am not going to say anything on that aspect. But if you see which planet is causing Veda to Mars or casting its aspect on Mars, who is also the Lagnesh, it is Saturn, and Saturn represents Western countries. So, definitely, this was an attempt by certain foreign Western elements to eliminate or cause harm to PM Modi, and that is what is seen astrologically. So, friends, definitely astrological combinations point to some kind of conspiracy that happened, but the government may not openly agree to this or declare this openly because it will become a very big diplomatic issue. When PM Modi returned to India and he was addressing a gathering, people started clapping. And there also he asked, why are you clapping? Is it because I went to China or is it because I returned back safely from China? So, even in his words, there is a cryptic message seen that there was some kind of attempt to cause harm to him. Astrologically, I see the same thing, and the conclusion astrologically is yes, there was a conspiracy. But in this video, we will not delve further into the details. So, I will stop here. All of you are smart enough to know where this conspiracy could have originated from. I have already given you a hint through the position of Saturn in this chart. So friends, that's all from my end. I will conclude this video here. Now our contact details are given here. To reach out to us, you can email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can also visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Take care and stay safe.